Well, good evening, everyone. Michael, soothing here. And, you know, I'm having to hide out in my room. It's the only quiet spot, and I have to do it really late at night. In fact, it's already AM the next day, actually, if I want to shoot an ASMR video without loud, distracting sounds and TVs and people. And so, I'm just gonna glance through the paper a little bit with some whisper soft spoken and, just make a comment here and there. Nothing too heavy duty tonight. And then upload this for you tomorrow as an interlude before I do some of our other videos. Alright, here we are with our newspaper. One of the lead stories, I found this one relevant to myself because this is where I lived before I sold my house in Scotts Valley, right by Santa Cruz. I lived up in the hills in Scotts Valley, and here's this big fire right here in the Santa Cruz Mountains by Loma Prieta. And it says that lots of residents had to be evacuated. This is the beach boardwalk in the foreground. Some of you have been there. You know, the Big Dipper, roller coaster, and all the other attractions, and the reflections of the light off the water here. That's from looking, if you're out on the wharf, you see that. Sometime I'll post a little video for you of that area and do a voiceover for you of footage that I have shot there. Anyway, it says, because of all the droughts and everything, the Loma fire rages. A hot tub sits alone on, I guess the house burnt down around the hot tub, but it still survived. Maybe because it had water in it, I don't know, anyway. And it's sitting on brick or something. The growing wildfire threatens remote communities in the Santa Cruz Mountains. So even though I'm in Sacramento right now, this reached their newspaper. What else we got in here? Let's see, we'll skip the politics because this is your soothing, debate-free zone right here where I am. Arena ups intimacy factor with courtside microphones. Do you want to get intimate at the arena? I don't know. Which arena is this? Oh, this is the basketball arena. I'm not much of a fan. 800, but here's an interesting story. 800 pounds of chicken tenders to be served on game night, right? Ooh, this is a serious story. A gunman, motorcyclist was gunned down on Interstate 80. He was a wildlife control expert. He was traveling on Interstate 80 in the Sierras over the weekend, but he might have looked like a rebel biker on his bike, and apparently some bikers mistook him for someone else. He was hit by gunshots from a group of motorcyclists who fled and have not been caught. It talks about what do you do with wildlife and things, so that's unfortunate. Kind of a real-life incident similar to a Sons of Anarchy episode or something. So that's kind of a drag. Let's see what else is going on. My fan, I'm sure you can hear my fan in the background. This is a guy who had dental implants, the before and after. Notice how in the before pictures, they get him all squinty-eyed and crazy looking like a clown or something. And in the after, he's just sort of relaxed, with this, the denture that they put in. Anyway, it's anchored to, or look at this one. How about this one? This lady here, in the before picture, see if I can get this in view. In the before picture, see, her hair's all pulled back so that it doesn't look attractive, you know, and she's all squinty and everything, no makeup, you know, to speak of, and it, you know, shows the teeth. And then in the after picture, you know, beautifully coiffed hair, you know, nice eyes that are open, nice smile. You see how they do that? So it's not just about the teeth, is it? But, you know, I know people on YouTube who have a beautiful smile. Someday I'll send you to their site. A pie-wielding, this is gonna fall, I better get that out of there. It's a little hard to do this on the bed because I'm sitting next to it, you know. This is kind of NSFW because I don't even have, you know, my pants on right now, just a shirt, but I'm not gonna, you know, show anything, so it's okay. Steinberg endorses parcel tag. Woman killed by, oh, do you believe this? Woman killed by husband while squirrel hunting. A woman died late Monday afternoon after she was shot while squirrel hunting with her husband in El Dorado County. Deputies were dispatched to someplace. Report of an attempted homicide. The caller, later identified as Lee Lau of Sacramento, reported he had accidentally shot his wife, Mi Vang, while hunting and requested medical assistance. Lau was detained and was reported cooperating with investigators. Based on evidence, Lau was released without criminal charges. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. I have a very hard time believing he mistook his wife for a squirrel. Unless she had a really bad overbite or something, you know. Really, come on. Woman found it. Oh, here's a guy who threw a pie-wielding activist. This guy here. Attends city council meeting. I guess he got in trouble for, during the Occupy movement, he threw a pie at somebody. If somebody decides to throw a pie at me sometime when I'm trying to talk, could you make it maybe a banana cream pie? Okay, I'm just saying. All right, so former president of Israel. Oh, let's see here. Bombing reaches. No, we don't want any. Just like we're avoiding politics, we're going to avoid global news that's depressing. We don't want that. Too much of that on your daily newscast. Filmmaker gets honors. Springsteen, who was born in the USA, starts a book tour. Let's see what the lucky numbers were. Are any of them mine? What are the famous birthdays today? That's down here. Down over. Can you see it? It's down over here. I'll read it to you. Actress Brigitte Bardot is 82. Well, she used to be, when I was a kid, she was in the 60s films as a French sexy actress, but now she's 82. But, you know, you can be sexy at any age, right? It's all in the mind. Actress comedian Jeanne Garofalo is 52. I always found her pretty funny when she was on the Larry Sanders Show, particularly. Country singer Matt King, whoever that is. Mira Serrano is 49. Naomi Watts is 48. Singer Karen Fairchild. Let's see if there's anybody else you recognize. Hillary Duff is 29. Okay. Let's see what else we got. politics. I don't want any of that. That's the front page. All right, we'll get rid of that. Let's see what else we have. Panel says, nah, we don't want that story. Wife had warned Charlotte police of husband's gun. The man killed by Charlotte police had a restraining order a year ago when he no, that's a political story also. I don't want that. Wells Fargo claws back CEO pay amid scandal. Can you believe this bank? They opened dozens and, no, not dozens, they opened thousands of phony accounts and services and things and fees to screw over their customers with bogus charges. Also, the CEO could get some giant bonuses for phony increases in their earnings statements based on making their employees, whom they all now fired for doing what they were told, making their employees oversell or open these fraudulent accounts to meet quotas. Bad CEO, that one. Senate rejects funding, A baby is born with DNA from 3 people. How do you do that? Scientists say the first baby has been born from a controversial new technique that combines DNA from 3 people: the mother, the father, and an egg donor. Wow. What will the gender be, I wonder? I wonder if someday they'll make women that are, like a cross between Suzanne Summers and, who else was from that time period that none of you recognize because you're too young. Valeria Galino. Anyway, more by Quake Insurance Policies. Sometime I'm going to talk to you about the big one that's going to destroy the entire West Coast, but I don't want to talk to you about it now because that's not soothing. Uh-oh, look out. Look out, folks. Tyson recalls chicken nuggets sold at Costco. So if you bought, they are recalling more than 132 pounds of chicken nuggets. What do you do with that many recalled chicken nuggets? Okay. Let's see what else is going on. Anything else in the middle pages? City declares meatless Mondays to honor Paul McCartney. Oh, here they are fighting. Is this? Well, this is a different fire. That's closer to Sacramento where I am right now. Bill helps folks seek experimental drug use. Oh wait, that's not what it says. A bill helps them get experimental drugs. I wonder if I can get something like for Alzheimer's from that. I don't know. I don't want to make bad jokes about it. Trips to North Carolina cut over its bathroom bill. North Carolina's controversial law overturning local government protection for gays, lesbians could cost its business with California state agencies. Do we do a lot of business in North Carolina, I wonder? I don't know. Democrat relies on a drink camaraderie to get through debate. I don't know. I don't want to talk politics. State, okay, I'm all for this. State toughens restrictions on phone distractions while driving. No more changing your playlist or checking the directions on your smartphone while driving. You can watch movies or send texts or play Pokemon Go. However, oh wait, it doesn't say that. Anyway, if you're holding or operating your device, then you're going to get in trouble, okay? Unless there's some kind of emergency call. Hands-free. Detectives find slaying suspect already in jail. Let's see here. Meatless Monday, we already... Yeah, I think that's about it for that page. Anything else here? No. Okay, we can get rid of that one. Let's see what else we got here. Sorry for all the loud noises. I have the fan on in the background. That's the little noise that you hear, and I apologize for that background noise, but without it, I would be dying from the heat here. So bear with me until fall, okay? Honey is more than a one-note flavor, it says here. That's right. Honey is what you call your, girlfriend or your boyfriend or your spouse, right? So it's more than just a one-note flavor, but I wish they wouldn't tempt me with... Oh, wait. Baklava, a traditional honey-soaked treat. That stuff is so sticky, sweet, and dense and rich. I actually am not tempted by it. It's like eating raw sugar straight. Like eating sugar cane. I don't know. It's like pouring honey and flour into your throat directly. I'm not a fan of baklava. But if you like it out there and you don't have diabetes, more power to you. Paleo Pad. Colorado stands up to competitors. Okay. Anything else of interest? Probably not. Something about corn and chili bread. Is there anything yummy here? That looks pretty good, whatever it is. Piece of cake with something. Apple butter cake. Oh man, that looks yummy. Can I have some of that? The answer is no. If it's good, I can't eat it. I have to eat stuff that looks like this instead, okay? Stuff that no human being should be eating, only bunny rabbits. Okay. Sports page. I think the Giants, who none of you care about but me, are one game off of the playoffs for the wild card spot. Kaepernick plans to eat his way. Let's skip Kaepernick. I don't even want to say his name, really, at the moment. Giants dominate Rockies. Look at that. Did they win a game? Yes, the fact is they did. They won their series with the Rockies, okay. Or they're dominating it. What else we got here? Here's the funny paper. But I gotta tell you, I know I'll be so disappointed if I look through these, because not a single one can even hardly make me smile, let alone laugh. Let's see what Dennis the Menace is doing. But if I don't interrupt you, he says, you'd never stop talking. Well, there's some truth to that in some conversations. I won't say anything about the genders because I don't want to get into trouble in any way, okay? I've been in enough trouble in my life, right? Exclusive, okay, insight. Understanding your world, it says. Would you like to understand your world? So would I, okay? Because I don't understand it. Like, for example, how is it that in a nation of 350 million people, the two candidates that would... Oh, I said I wasn't going to talk politics. Never mind. best to we could put. And then there they are. Go off of my newspaper page, will you? I don't want to see your faces right now. Iceman. Iceman, isn't that the guy from that flying movie, Top Gun? Hey, I remembered the title. I'm so happy. I think it was Tom Cruise that played. Iceman is still a hot topic 25 years later. I guess they're not talking about Tom Cruise unless he's deteriorated some. The Copper Age traveler trekking through the Alps when an arrow struck him from behind. I hate it when that happens when I'm trekking through the Alps, The point pierced his shoulder and he fell on the snowy ground face down. His body was covered in ice and it would stay that way for the next 5,300 years. That guy must be pretty chilly by now. 25 years ago, 2 German tourists found his mummified body and blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's get down and see what they say at the end. Zink is also skeptical that Zal could have been a shepherd because high-altitude shepherding did not begin in Europe until after his time. They're wondering why he was up so high in the mountains. All right. Would tax hike cause an exodus? That sounds suspiciously like politics to me. So I'm going to, let's see here. There must be something oh look. I can talk about a safe subject, the weather, right? This is how hot the weather has been above normal, but this is where it's going in the next few days, below normal. And I'm so glad, because I'm sick and tired of this heat wave, everybody. It's causing weight gain for me, because I can't go outside and get my exercise, all right? Bring on fall and winter, I say. Now, is there anything that's not politics that we can read about? I don't think so. Prop 57. Muslim woman in Playboy. Something tells me she wasn't the pin-up model. No, that was what she wore. But it's creating a backlash because she went into Playboy to talk about being modest or whatever. How about the obituaries? I'm always hoping to find Jodi Arias in the obituaries, but I never do. It's really too bad, but I'm always disappointed when I don't see her name. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Not many of you do. How old are these folks? Here's one that was 96. Wow, that's a pretty long life, 96. Yeah, I'm always rooting for them to live a long time because I don't want to think I don't have a long way to go. So, the obits can be kind of depressing. Let's get rid of that. Instead, let's just say this is enough for tonight to just skim through the paper a little bit until next time. She died, I'm sad. Who's this guy? Benny Knox. Looks like a baseball player or something. Okay. Alright, I'll stop that. Here's someone born the same year as I was. Okay. Now I have to get a different section of the paper. I'll get this one. Firefighters. It's been vetted through exams. True disaster film. Deepwater Horizon. Oh yeah. That was the big drilling platform that blew up. Has anyone seen the movie Sully? I hear it's pretty good, but there were long lines there. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. All right. Until next time, folks, don't ASMR and drive. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.